I'm Sheriff Rick Bradshaw. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Behind the Star.
Thanks, Sheriff Bradshaw. A detective who investigated the 2017 Las Vegas mass shooting recently spoke to members of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. And a Los Angeles police officer who was a victim of the mass shooting also spoke about her experience.
Shots being fired into the crowd. Do you see any reaction?
Today we brought in a guest presentation from Las Vegas Police Department. The detective that handled probably the largest active shooter event in the United States, Detective Grimmett, and he is presenting to us the planning, the pre-planning, the actual tactical response, and then the aftermath investigation that ensued on what went well with the investigation and what lessons were learned, and he's sharing it with us today.
When I arrived on scene is when I realized that this has been a mass shooting. At the time, there was 58 people that were killed as a result of the active shooter that took place from Mandalay Bay over into the actual concert venue. An individual by the name of Stephen Paddock took it upon himself to fire approximately 1,500 rounds into the actual concert venue while the concert was taking place. We have over 800 people that were injured. 58 ultimately lost their life. Since then, there have been an additional 4 people who have lost their lives as a result of long-term care and treatment and injuries as a result of the concert itself. We have 51 officers assigned to the actual venue itself. Once the incident took place, one of the challenges we had as a department was officers were self-dispatching. Their family and friends were there. They're just showing up to help out and be a part of it. And we've since implemented policies and procedures now to help try to control for identification purposes when you show up off duty and try to assist with an incident with such magnitude as this.
I'm an LAPD officer. I was at the Route 91 Vegas Festival on October 1st, 2017, and I was there in an off-duty capacity with my friends enjoying the concert, etc., and I was shot while I was there. I was wounded in my left knee, right under my left kneecap. And I was able to run about a mile and make it out to safety. And I'm just here today to kind of let other officers know, like even if they experience something like to that magnitude in an off-duty capacity, that they can get through it. And you don't always have to be the hero. Sometimes you actually have to take care of yourself and your friends and make sure you get out okay.
Listening to Officer Thomas speak, it also shows the need to bring in the emotional help, behavioral services.
It's okay to actually talk to others and talk about what you're feeling and don't always hold it in.
I think they're taking away the lessons that I've learned and others have learned, and hopefully when and if an incident of this magnitude ever happens here, that they'll be prepared for it.
Stuff that he brought to us was the command structure that needs to be in place well before the event takes place, preparation at the command level. When things go well, communications goes well, so he just amplifies that.
The response was very great. I had a lot of people that came up to me. I do know that I could tell that it did reach some people.
Our relationship and partnerships with the local police departments and other agencies, including the fire department there, was priceless. The work that we put forth starting in 2013, the exercises and tabletops that we had done came to fruition in 2017, where it all kind of came back. The reality of it is, in today's society and the way things are going, it's just a matter of time. So why not learn from the mistakes of others so that when you guys are faced with that same challenge, that you know how to conquer and how to address those issues.
Detectives with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office work hard every day to provide answers to unsolved murders. In this episode of The Lead, we look at a case from south of Belle Glade back in 1976.
Florida has numerous cases of murder victims whose identities have yet to be found. In most of these cases, their murderers also go undiscovered. Yet, we strive to seek justice. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office has around 360 unsolved homicides dating back to 1962. These are those stories. The open field. One quiet morning on October 26, 1976, a fisherman south of Belle Glade found what appeared to be skeletal remains. The findings were visible from a dirt roadway between Belglade and South Bay. Back in the 1970s, the area was considered to be part of Talisman Farms. But when the 52,000 acre of cane fields were sold in 1999, many were left questioning what took place on that open field. Once the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office was contacted, detectives confirmed that what the fishermen found were in fact human remains. They came up with a general description of the victim. It was a male in his 20s. The skeleton was dressed in a pair of blue jeans with a Levi belt, no shirt, and a brown Dan Post cowboy-style boots, size 10.5. Approximately 5'5" to 5'8" feet tall. He was athletic with a big chest and striking muscularity. He had an old lower back injury from adolescence. The remains had been there between 5 to 10 months prior to its discovery. What intrigued detectives the most was the discovery of a Timex watch with a silver band that had a turquoise and pink coral stones inlaid on each side. Experts believed it was valued between $250 and $500. The initials LJ were carved into the underside of the watch's band. Could that have been the victim's initials, detectives wondered? An expert jeweler who examined the watch believed it was possibly a Zuni Navajo Native American watch. Yet, because it was personalized and not commercial, it was difficult to trace where it had been purchased. What was known, however, was that the jeweler's mark on the watch's battery indicates that the battery was sold at Zales in Florida, New Mexico, and Arizona. With all that information, detectives believed they were getting close to finding answers. But the victim remains nameless, and so is his killer. Detectives of the Cold Case Unit recently handed the case over to Detective Autumn Crick, one of the few certified forensic artists in the world. She took on the challenge to help us put a face to the victim. Detective Crick developed a rendering, hoping it strikes someone's memory. If someone you know went missing around that time, or if the rendering evokes any sort of memories or familiarity, please contact the Cold Case Unit of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. No lead is too small to serve justice and help close this case.
We want to thank members of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office who worked so hard to help the citizens of Southwest Florida after Hurricane Ian, from protecting rooftops to moving furniture and cleaning up after the Category 4 storm. This resident from DeSoto County was very thankful.
Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office came all the way over to Arcadia just to help our street. There's senior citizens here, there's trailers here. We're an area that often gets forgotten, but they did not forget us. 8 days after the storm, and these guys are still here helping us. Right now, they're going to go to my neighbor's house and kick in the front door because the refrigerator floated over and they cannot get into their home. I don't know what we would have done if they didn't come over. Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
After the hurricane, roads were flooded, and in many places, it was easier to get around using a boat rather than a vehicle. Our deputies administered first aid and did whatever they could to help. We served all the counties affected by Hurricane Ian proudly. We're forever humbled and honored to have been part of this experience. We also appreciate all the thank yous, all the emails, direct messages, and all the calls of gratitude. It was an honor helping former DeSoto County Sheriff Joseph L. Varnadora, who served from 1985 to 1993. He needed help on his property, and we ran to offer our support during our Hurricane Ian recovery efforts. Our PBSO explorers also wanted to help. The explorers provided assistance in Lee County.
After the hurricane came through, we got a call for our fellow brothers in Lee County, which is part of the FSCA with our Explorer program, saying they've been devastated. That half of the explorers are homeless, some of their deputies are homeless, they have literally nothing. So Palm Beach County Explorers and RHC got with different vendors and different community outreach programs. We donated a lot of items such as water, we got snacks, we got napkins, we got baby wipes, feminine product, toiletries, anything you could think of. We brought approximately 20 to 30 explorers that jumped up. As soon as we told them what happened, they was excited and say, hey, we're going to go help. It was definitely a life experience that will live with them forever and give them a better aspect of what we do as law enforcement. It's not always enforcing the law. Most of the time it's being that helping hand, being that person to be there when no one else is there for them. So now they get to understand that brotherhood and that sisterhood of law enforcement.
And when Charlotte County was affected by Hurricane Ian, our Emergency Communications Division sent 6 members to assist with answering calls. While helping, they learned of 2 emergency communication officers who lost everything. So we partnered with the West Palm Beach Police Department to collect $2,000 to help out. We presented a $1,000 check to each of the operators affected by the storm. Recently, we celebrated First Responders Day. It's a chance to salute and show gratitude to all the first responders. It takes selflessness and bravery to serve, protect, and save lives. Meisner Country Club hosted its 6th annual First Responders Day to show us their appreciation. So alongside Palm Beach County Fire Rescue, we brought out some of our units to chat and answer questions. We thank our wonderful PBSO Volunteers Unit for giving free bike helmets to children in our community. The kids also got to learn about bike safety, the importance of wearing a helmet, and crosswalk safety.
Advisor in there. You have a
It is with great sadness that we announce the sudden and unexpected passing of Lori Van Dusen. Lori is the wife of Major Robert Van Reeth and the mother of Sergeant Jeff Van Reeth. She was currently assigned to the Violent Crimes Division as a firearms analyst. Lori had a big heart and was always helping others. And we announce the passing of Deputy Sheriff Todd Hart from District 7. He has served at PBSO since January 2009. He had been courageously battling cancer. He's survived by his wife, Sonia, who currently works in the Corrections Division. Please keep the Hart family in your hearts, thoughts, and prayers during this difficult time. Our PBSO family sends our most sincere condolences to the Polk County Sheriff's Office and the family and friends of Deputy Blaine Lane. Deputy Lane died in the line of duty. He had been with the Sheriff's Office since May of 2021 and was only 21 years old. It is with great sadness that we announce the passing of retired Deputy Sheriff Leslie Swan. He served honorably and with distinction from 1982 to 2004. Prior to working at PBSO, Leslie was an officer at Boynton Beach Police Department. Let's keep the Swan family in our thoughts and prayers. And it's with great sadness that we announce the passing of retired Deputy Gary Dial. Gary served honorably and with distinction from 1991 to 2012. We also want to announce the passing of retired warrant specialist Arlene Stavole. She served PBSO and the citizens of Palm Beach County for 18 years.
So today we're here to talk about securing your home while you're gone on vacation or out of town so that it is not an opportune target for burglars and thieves. Well, if you're going to leave on a vacation, you're going to be out of town for any length of time, you want to make sure that you make your home look like you are still there. Some of the ways that you can do that are to make sure that when you're gone, someone continues to cut your grass, keep the house outside look like someone's still there. Part of that would also be if you get newspaper delivery, to either stop the delivery or have your neighbors or someone pick up the newspaper and bring it in, or put it out of sight so that people driving by couldn't tell that there was an accumulation of newspapers in the driveway. Along those lines also goes with your mail. Either have your mail delivery stopped or have neighbors pick up your mail. Get the automatic timers for your lights, which will turn your lights on and off at night while you are away, so that it looks like there's activity in the home. One of the other things that you do, especially in this day and age with the prevalence of social media, is you don't want to post on social media that you're going on vacation, because sadly to say, sometimes burglars aren't going to be people that you don't know. They could actually be someone on your friends list. Have secure door locks on your home, and if you have an alarm, make sure you set your alarm and have that monitored. I think most alarm companies, you can call them and let them know that you're going to be on vacation, so if the alarm is activated, that they know you're not there. Some of the other things that you can do are video surveillance cameras. Make sure everything in your house that's of value is secured. When you're out of town, have your neighbors look out for your home. The bottom line is you just want to make it as hard as you possibly can for the burglar to A, get in your house, and then B, if they do get in your house, to get your stuff and steal it. PBSO wants to make sure that when you leave on vacation and you come back, that your house is just the way it was when you left it.
At PBSO, we honor Breast Cancer Awareness Month by supporting those fighting cancer, promoting awareness, and honoring those we've lost to the disease. We also want to share Victoria Ebel's story. She's one of our deputies fighting breast cancer while continuing to serve PBSO and the residents of Palm Beach County.
I'm Deputy Victoria Ebel with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. I work road patrol in District 1. So back in September of 2021, I started feeling not so great, just kind of sick, almost like flu sick. And at the time I was still working road patrol nights. And on nights, I mean, it's long shifts, long hours. I was wearing my vest a lot, so I just kind of chalked it up to, all right, I'm sore, my vest, all that stuff. So didn't think anything of it. A couple weeks went by, and I started noticing I was in a lot more pain, discomfort. And then one day, just through self-examination, I found a lump. I was actually on vacation when I found it. I came home, went to the doctor. It took about two weeks to get a full diagnosis. I first went through for just a regular exam. I was pretty sick, but I was able to get through it because a lot of women aren't. I've had 2 surgeries and I still have 1 more. And now I'm through. Since I got diagnosed, I look at life a lot more precious, and I realized like I could have been way worse off had I not listened to my body, had I not found it, had I not taken it seriously like so many women don't. We all think this can't happen to me, and I was one of those. I never thought at 26 that I was gonna be sitting in a doctor's office and them telling me I had cancer. So we all need to live every day like we, truly tell everyone you love them. Tell your family, spend time with your family, spend time with your friends, and do things that make you happy. Before I was assigned to District 1 Road Patrol, pretty large district, busy district. I worked night shift. I had a great squad who, even through the diagnosis, some days it was hard to be away from them, but I always knew like I had people pulling for me. I worked for a great boss who immediately when I called, he told me like, this is gonna be okay, you're gonna get through this. And whatever we need to do, we will get you through it. If something doesn't feel right, get it checked. Even if something as simple as like your toe hurts or your finger, like get it checked. Take it seriously, go to the doctor. Get tested for whatever. If you know cancer runs in your family, get tested regularly. Get regular mammograms, do regular self-examinations. and anything that doesn't feel right, ask.
At PBSO, you can see we get creative to show our support during Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And our motor unit had the chance to provide an escort for the Pink Ball Breast Cancer Charity in Boca Raton. Great work. Small acts of kindness can change the future. PBSO continues to partner up with the Giving Tree and In Jacob's Shoes to give back to children in our community. We hope everyone had a spooktacular Halloween. PBSO spent time giving out costumes and sweet treats to a bunch of cool little monsters, superheroes, and princesses in our community.
That car right there is going to give us some candy, all right, Scooby-Doo?
Our first trunk or treat of the year was a lot of fun. Check out the smiling faces. PBSO wants to thank Tracy Matez from Express Emergency Services for dropping off candy for our deputies. We appreciate the sugar rush and the very sweet gesture.
How did this happen? What if he really didn't mean it?
I'm sorry.
I don't even have money. Where am I gonna go? What would people say? I'm so stupid. My family loves him.
Shut up!
What about my son?
Not take my son away from me. You know I do this because I love
I
you.
shouldn't have fallen, but nobody knows.
I'm just trying to protect you.
Was it my fault? Where am I gonna go?
Why did you get me so mad?
He's always gonna find me.
Where are you gonna go?
Who else would love me?
You can never leave me.
I shouldn't have
gonna
gotten
believe
him
me?
mad. I'm so stupid.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
I don't know what to do. I have no one else.
Organize myself.
Who do I tell?
I'll kill myself.
Who do I tell?
I'll find you.
I need to get out of this. I need to get help.
Welcome back to Behind the Star. The easiest way to stop felons and criminals from obtaining firearms is to avoid robberies. Don't let your firearm fall into the wrong hands. Unfortunately, the nationwide Sophia scam has arrived in South Florida. This scam features individuals with posters asking for donations for baby Sophia, but the money just goes into their pockets. This photo was taken locally. Prior to donating to a charitable cause, do your research. We were honored to be part of the annual Florida Hispanic American Chamber Palm Beach County Scholarship Event, where deserving students receive scholarships for their outstanding academic performance and making a change in our community. We thank the team from Mia Radio 94.3 for stopping by, showing their support to law enforcement, and breaking our diet. Thanks for the support. Earlier this month, a mother called 911 to report that her 5-year-old son was not breathing. Multiple units arrived to the house. We were able to administer CPR right away until EMS arrived. We later discovered that without our quick action, this little boy would not be alive today. Providing help makes our jobs so worthwhile. We want to congratulate the graduating class of Basic Law Enforcement number 215. Great job to the men and women in this picture. We wish you the best in your careers. Sheriff Rick Bradshaw has announced the addition of Narcan to our equipment. So now, over 2,000 sworn deputies have been trained to carry and use Narcan for opioid overdose emergencies. The town of Lake Park celebrated Florida City Government Week with 5th grade students from Lake Park Elementary School. The students visited various municipal departments at Town Hall, and later they visited our Lake Park station, where they learned about our role in the community. Our homeless intervention team attended the Project Homeless Connect event, where resources were presented to those in need. We joined forces with the Palm Beach County Homeless Coalition and other vendors to offer free clothing, haircuts, food, and other essentials. We are better together. Recently, PBSO observed World Mental Health Day and World Homelessness Day. We want everyone to know that addressing homelessness and mental health-related issues in our county is a daily priority for our department. PBSO knows that crime and violence are major concerns for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. That's why we were honored to offer training to their police officers. Together, we're confident we can help make Trinidad and Tobago safer. We want everyone to know the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office is committed to the safety and fair treatment of all. It was an honor being part of the first annual Florida LGBTQ+ Liaison Summit held in Wellington. We are making history together. We're excited to kick off our annual anti-bullying program in Lake Worth Beach Elementary School. During this program, our deputies teach students how to deal with bullying while building Legos. At the end of the program, we all go to Legoland in Orlando. PBSO had the chance to chat with community members in Boca Raton. We want to thank Einstein Brothers Bagels for hosting the event and for the amazing coffee and bagels, and to the residents for their participation. In honor of National Hispanic Heritage Month, we highlight Deputy Edgar Guarin, who's been with PBSO for 3 years. Deputy Guarin is Colombian American, bilingual, and among our superstars, able to communicate, connect, and forge strong relationships with our Hispanic community. He makes us very PBSO proud. PBSO celebrated National Walk and Roll to School Day. Our deputies started the day on the right foot at Wellington Elementary School. Our aim is to promote student safety as they make their way to and from school. There were walk and roll events all over Palm Beach County School District. We want to thank all the amazing kids and school staff for allowing us to hold signs and educate our young people about road safety. We want everyone to know we're committed to the children in our community. Recently, we had a chance to talk to the students at Trinity Christian Academy. There were some great questions, and we enjoyed discussing careers in law enforcement. Did you know in the U.S., domestic violence takes place every 15 seconds? If you or someone you know needs assistance, please call Palm Beach County Victim Services at 561-833-7273, or for emergencies, dial 911. And let's finish up thanking our coaches. We want to express our gratitude to those in uniform who play a major role in the development of young people. There are many PBSO employees who are volunteer coaches, like Coach Davis and Coach T. Coaches who instill teamwork, communication, and confidence, and play a crucial role in the lives of so many young people. We are very PBSO proud. Now, back to you, Sheriff Bradshaw.
Okay, that'll do it for this episode of Behind the Star. On behalf of the men and women of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, thank you for watching.